What's good, everybody? Punjab's greatest gift to the world is developing butter chicken. But in most Punjabi restaurants, butter chicken is super high on fat, and what makes it worse is that they only use butter and cream to develop the creaminess of the gravy. So in today's video, I'm going to be using healthier fats and I'm going to create a healthy bodybuilding and weight loss friendly version of butter chicken. Starting off with substituting butter with cashews and ghee, two very healthy fat sources which are also great for your heart in terms of long-term health. Now when we're talking about the two main parts of butter chicken sauce, the first part are the creamy fat sauces which I just spoke about, and the second part, the base of flavor in the sauce, are tomatoes. So to prep the tomatoes for the sauce, we're first going to boil about half a kilo of tomatoes in water with a bay leaf. Once the tomatoes are boiled, you just blitz them up and keep it on the side. Now in restaurant style butter chicken, they'll pass the tomato puree through a sieve just to get a finer texture. But I feel when you're passing it through a sieve, you're leaving behind all that tomato skin. And if we're talking about healthy butter chicken, a part of healthy food is having food high in fiber. So you want to retain a bit of the skin in my version of the recipe, but it's completely up to you. Now moving on to the cooking process. You start by taking about 1 or 2 tablespoons of ghee, and keep in mind, the more ghee you take, the tastier it's gonna get. So take as much ghee as you can afford to take in terms of your fitness levels, and go in with 3 crushed pods of elaichi or green cardamom. Once your elaichi is fried away a little bit, I'm gonna go in with the cashews in the form of cashew nut powder. Now when we're talking about cooking cashew nut powder for butter chicken sauce, you want it to be a little bit runny and a little bit creamy. So go in with just a little bit of extra fat at this point if you can afford it again, and cook it down till the cashews start turning a little bit brown. And at that point you can go in with the ginger garlic paste, essential part of Punjabi cooking, and cook it a little bit more till the cashews, the ginger garlic paste and everything starts going just a little bit brown. At this point, we're going to take the king of butter chicken sauce, all that tomato puree that we made earlier, and put it into our mix. So you cook the tomato puree down, and trust me, this is going to take a while, but this is the key part of cooking a great butter chicken. Remember, when we're talking about using tomato paste in Punjabi cooking, you've got to cook it till the point where the fat starts separating from the bulk of the puree. So cook it down for a while until it just dries up completely and your entire mix becomes one big clump. The longer you cook it, the sweeter it's gonna get, and the sweeter it gets, the more butter chickeny the flavors get. So cook it down until you get the taste you like, and at that point you can season it well. Now at this point in restaurant cooking, they add a lot of cream and a lot of milk just to make the whole gravy a little bit runny again, but that adds a lot of calories. So at this point, we're gonna add water just to unify all the flavors and kind of spread out all the sugars from the tomato. Now, if you're talking about cooking a butter paneer, you just go in with the paneer into the Makhanwala sauce at this point, but we're talking about making a traditional butter chicken. And a traditional butter chicken has to have a little bit of tandoori chicken. Of course, if you want to save up on time, you can just go in with raw chicken and cook it down in the Makhanwala sauce. But in this case, we're going traditional. And when we're going traditional, you have to smoke your chicken a little bit. Now, in order to recreate the traditional flavor of tandoori chicken, we're going to take a hot charcoal and place it in a steel bowl like this, line the chicken around it and pour ghee over the hot charcoal. Finally, we'll catch all the smoke in a glass container and let the chicken absorb the smoke for about 10 minutes. So once your chicken's been smoked, you can go in with the regular tandoori chicken marinade that's hunkered, turmeric, red chilli powder and garam masala. The one thing we're not adding here is ginger garlic paste because that flavor is already incorporated into the sauce. Next, you cook down these little chicken tikka pieces in a hot oven at about 175 degrees for about 15 minutes, and your tandoori chicken pieces are ready to go. At this point, you can add them directly into your gravy. And finally, in order to garnish the gravy, go in with a little bit of fresh Punjabi Garam Masala, go in with Kasuri methi if you have that available at home, and go in with red chilli powder. Finally, season it according to your own taste and serve it up with traditional Punjabi wheat rotis. Perfect, healthy meal to satisfy your Punjabi food craving. Now, if you're trying to figure out how to make a traditional tandoori chicken, I highly recommend you check out my video on the ultimate tandoori chicken. And if you want more non-vegetarian recipes, make sure you check out my BeerBiceps recipes playlist. Either way, guys, until next time, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and I will see you next time.